I'm going to greet you all.
Let me like that again.
And good morning. How are we, sixth grade?
Oh,
Good morning. Good morning to
Hi.
the following students. Good morning. I'm so happy you're here. Good morning to Miss Kagan. It's so nice to see you. Amanda, Jameer, Stephen Tahada. What a nice surprise today. I'm happy you're here. You're Lenny, Anthony S.R., Carlton, Janaea, Miss Kagan, Nathan, Omar, Ibrahima, Gilberto, Haley, and Precious. So I'm going to show you what we're going to be doing for today's packet, okay, so that there's no problems. If you do not have the packet, it was posted in Google Classroom before 8 o'clock this morning, so you can refer to Google Classroom for that. So this is what we're working on. So today is Tuesday, May 5th of 2020, and we're going to review histograms again. I'm now going to mute everybody. Everyone now is muted, except Miss Kagan can be unmuted. Okay. So, Janaea, you need to be muted. Okay. So, okay. So this is what, I still hear people that are not off mute. Omar, you need to stay unmuted, but everyone else needs to be muted. Okay. Same with Anthony. All right. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to review how to create and construct, that means make, and interpret, that means read a histogram. So I just want to quickly review a few things with you, okay? So first off, we spoke about histograms yesterday. And a histogram is like a bar graph, but the only difference is that the bars are connected. There's no gaps. We get the information from this chart called a frequency chart or a tally chart. And we use those numbers to actually create this lovely histogram. So we're going to review that skill again today. But a histogram is a bar graph that shows the number of data items that occur in each interval. There are no gaps. That is what we are going to actually review for today, okay? So hold on one second, I just want to lock this. Okay, no new attendees will be allowed to come. We're going to know that the frequency tells you how many times something shows up, and we use a tally mark. And when we get to 5 lines, we make 4 marks and a slash. We call it a bundle. And then the frequency table is what you use to create this. So let's look together at page 2 together. Okay, we're going to do this page together. I'm going to get a clean copy. Okay, so we're going to be on this page together. This is what everyone's looking at. So I'm going to read you it. Actually, I'm going to have someone come read it. Let's have Miss Kagan. Would you like to read it? Why can't I unmute Miss Kagan?
Hey, yeah, I can read. You want me to read the problem?
Sure.
Okay. Manager Lauren Taylor is interested in the distance that the employees travel to work each day. She asks each employee how many miles the store is from his or her home, and receive the following answers. And then you have a big table. Want me to keep going?
No, that's okay. So, Miss Kagan, what we have to do, folks, we're going to show Miss Kagan. We have to figure out in this big table here of all these lovely numbers, how many times we see the numbers 1, 2, and 3. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to take your pencil like me, and anytime you see a 1, you're going to circle it. Anytime you see a 2, you're going to circle it. So we're looking for numbers 1, 2, and 3 first. We're going to first circle it and then tally up or count how many times we see that. So let's look at the first one. We see a 1, we see a 2 in the first row. We see a 2. In the second row, we see a 3. We see a 1. We circle them. In the next row, all I see is a 2. In the second to last row, I see a 1 and a 2. And then in the last row, I see a 2. 6, 7, 8, 9. There should be actually 10 numbers, but I only see 9 here. Okay, so if you look, I found all the numbers that were 1, 2, and 3. So 1 and 2 and 2 completes the first section. The next row, we have 3 and 1, which are in between 1, 2, and 3. In this one, the only numbers that are in between are a 2. And in this one, we have 1 and 2. And then in this one, we have a 3. So if you add up all these numbers, type in how many we see. Okay? All right, so I don't know what's going on in this chat box. So let's count how many we see up there. All right. Here we go. Now, when we count this up, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If you got 9, type 9 in the chat box. If you got a different answer, type what you got now in the chat box. So we want to know for intervals 1 to 3. I made a mistake. Somebody said, I missed a number. I missed a 3. Where did I miss a 3? Oh, yes, you're right. I did miss a 3. Thank you, Ari. You're right. Thank you. So it is 10 numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that means I show it with, right? This represents 5. We make 4 lines and a slash, and we do that again. We do 10, 2 bundles of 5. Right? And then the frequency will be the number. Now let's go and look at the numbers 4, 5, and 6 in the box. So I'm going to use my yellow highlighter. Anytime that I see a 4, 5, and 6, I'm going to highlight those numbers. So we're looking for 4, 5, and 6 now. Once you have 4, 5, and 6, tell me how many times in the chat box. Okay, I wrote down what you have to do. So I'm going to circle 4, 5, and 6 and highlight them. Okay, thank you, Ibrahima. You're correct. Okay. I don't know which Anthony this is that said 12. Go back and try again, and same with Anthony SR. Try again what you're counting. You guys were close though. I'm going to give you guys another 10 seconds. And again, please turn the camera on. You all have the capability of turning the camera on. Okay? I'm going to give you another 5 seconds. All right. So here's what we got. If you got 13, ding, 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 you are now correct. If you look at my yellow marks, there were 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There were 13 yellow marks. That shows me all the numbers between 4 and 6. So I'm going to write 13, which is 2 bundles of 5. And then 3 single numbers, which show 13. All right? So let's now go and find all the numbers that are between 7, 8, and 9. So if you see the numbers 7, 8, and 9, we're going to box 7, 8, and 9 now. So we're going to put boxes around 7, 8, and 9. So now your next task is for 7, 8, and 9. Let me just actually go to everybody and write down what you're doing. So for 7, 8, and 9, you're going to box those numbers and write how many you see. Underneath my question, please. You're going to box them. 7, 8, and 9 is the next mission. Once you think you have an answer, type it in the chat. Okay, Anthony SR, go back and count again. I think you missed something. Gilberto, try again. And Anthony SR, try again. You're close, try again. It gets tricky. I know you're all able to turn your cameras on because yesterday with Miss Wong, they were all on, so please turn them on. I know your camera works, Zach and Gilberto and the rest of you, turn it on. All right, so 9, I'm getting 8, 9, 10. So that means I gotta go over that. All right, so anything that's in the box, 7, 9, 7, that's 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm gonna make a bundle of 5 and 4 blinds give me 9. Now, we're gonna go find how many times we see 10, 11, and 12. And this time, we're going to make hearts around 10, 11, and 12. Okay, 10, 11, and 12. We're going to do 10, 11, and 12. We're going to put hearts and how many? Hearts around 10, 11, and 12. Okay, if you think you have the answer, yeah, you could put any shape you want. I just said hearts. Gilberto, try again. You're close. Good, Stephen. Good, Gilberto. Good, Janaea. I'm gonna wait for like a few more responses. Good, Anthony. I need about 3 more because there's 17 folks on today. Thank you for showing up. I need about 2 more responses. How many 10, 11, 12s do you see? Good, Nathan. 2 more. Okay, good, Lenny. Let's call on Lenny. Hello, Lenny. Let's see what you got going on here. It's not letting me unmute you. I don't know why. Interesting. Lenny, yes, good job. Okay. Yes, I see your message. That person can be. Okay, good job, Lenny. That's 6. That's correct. Okay, so we're going to go tally it up for 6. Oops, I put it in the wrong spot. And then the last 2, when you count from 13 to 15, you're actually going to get 7. Because I see you guys got the idea. And then when you count the last one, you're going to get 5. Now, here's the dilemma. You got to add up these numbers. This is why it's very important that you somehow cross them off or do some kind of formula, shapes, whatever you want to use, okay? When you add up all these numbers, who can tell me the grand total? When you add up 13, 10, 9, 6, 7, and 5, what is the grand total that you get? I need the total number. And what is the total number we arrive at? I'll give you 30 seconds to figure that out. Okay, 30 seconds. You just have to invite somebody in. Let me know once you guys have it. All right, let's see what's going on now. Hold on. Okay.
They said they're going to use money.
Who is that? You stay on mute. Thank you. All right. So we should have got 50. 5 rows of 10, yes, which is 50. So we write 50 and we write 50. It looks like this. Okay, now, what we're going to create now is we are going to create this lovely graph called a histogram. Okay, I'm going to walk you through how it's going to look. Okay, so we're going to create, this is the next project. Okay, I'm going to teach you. Every graph has a title. So Ms. Kagan read the first question, and it was about Lord and Taylor, about how far the people traveled to get there. So we have to title it what the question says, which is Lord and Taylor, the distance travel, or the employee's distance. Either one's fine. I just named it Lord and Taylor. That was the name of the store. Okay? Here we go. Here we go. So now we need to have an x-axis. What you have to remember is that your counting has to be consistent. So that means that whatever I count with here, if I skip 3 boxes, I got to skip 3 for the next interval. So here's what I did to make it easier. I started at 0 because this is the horizontal axis from left to right. That's the x-axis. I'm now going to skip 1 box, and then I'm going to skip 3 from 1 to 3. So I go 0, skip, 3 boxes, call it interval 1 to 3. This represents 1 to 3 miles that people traveled. I now go to the next box, skip 3, and call it 4 to 6 from your chart. I now go to the next one, and it says 7 to 9. Then I go to the next one, 10 to 12. Then I go 13 to 15. And then I go 16 to 18. Okay. So here we go. I'm trying to see. There's a few other people that said that they wanted to come in, and I don't even see them in here, so I can't help that out. Anyways, on the y-axis, we're talking with frequency. So if you looked at this chart, wait, wrong page. If we looked at this chart that we just completed, the frequency would be the highest number. The highest number here is 13. So that's what has to be on the y-axis. So I'm going to count by twos. So I'm going to go 0, skip, 2, skip, 4, skip, 6, skip, 7, skip. 0, skip, 2, skip, 4, skip, 6, skip, 7, skip. 0, skip, 2, skip, 4, skip, skip 6, skip 8, skip not 10, skip 12, skip 14. So here we go. So everything here is a number, a skip, and a number. So that means anything that doesn't have a number on the Y is an odd number. So it'll be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all the way up to 14. Now when I go to my chart, I'm going to take the pencil, and I'm going to go up to 10 and make a bar and come back down. So I'm going to go up to the first line. If you have a ruler, even better. If not, try to be straight. Go down and come down. I put circles just to show you that this is 10 for the first 3 miles. This 4 to 6. Okay, so this 4 to 6 is now up to 13. So this, I'm going to take the pencil, trace the line up to 10, and go 3 more to get to 13, and I put yellow. The next one, 7 to 9, shows me 9. The next one, 10 to 13, shows me 2. The next one shows me 7. And then the last one shows me, oh, sorry, that was 6. And the last one shows me 5. I'm reading it upside down, so I apologize. Okay, that's what your paper should look like. If you do not have this copied, then what you should do is you should screenshot it if you have your phone, because I want to move on. So I'm going to call somebody to come off. I am going to call on this person. Okay, I don't know why people are muting themselves. Okay. There's still a few people unmuted. I'm confused. Okay, so Amanda, you're going to come to the screen now. I'm going to pin you to the video. You're going to read me question 1 and tell us what we do. I'm going to walk you through it. Everyone should be paying attention. The question, what does it say?
Okay, so the question says, the following data shows prices or meal options at Bob's Burgers. Bob wants to construct a histogram from his graph. Yeah.
Okay. No, it says find the range of the employees distant from the store to the house. I think you're on the next page, kiddo.
Oh.
So Amanda, how do we find the range? What do we do? From what? Remember from 2 weeks ago?
The range, you find it like, oh wait, you find the least number and then the greatest number, and then I think you subtract it.
Excellent. So what is the greatest number on that histogram?
The greatest number on that histogram is 18.
On the one that we just made? I thought the greatest number was a different number.
Oh.
What's the greatest number?
Okay, now it is.
What is the greatest number?
I don't know, but the thing has started, so I'm going.
Hold on a minute. Hold on, Amanda. I have to unmute you. Okay, Amanda. So the greatest number is 13, right? What's the least number?
Yes.
What's the least number? Smallest number.
1 second.
Look at your histogram. Under frequency, which is the smallest number there? Or look on your histogram chart.
This week.
The smallest number is what? You have 5.
Thank you.
You have 5, 7, 6, 9, 13, 10. What's the smallest number?
Oh, it's 5. 5.
5. Now, so you're going to subtract 13 from 5, and you get what?
5 subtract 5 from what?
13 minus 5.
13 minus 5. 8.
8. Good. 13 minus 5 is 8. All right, we're going to move this up a little bit faster because we're taking a really long time. Here we go. Hold on, because I have people that are texting me, and it's too crazy right now. All right. The mean you add up and divide. We already know that they were 50 from the chart. So 50 divided by 6 is 8.33. So all you have to write is just put 8.33 here and put 8, and we're going to move on. In 10, in 9, we're moving on. In 8, I got to move a little bit quicker, okay? I'm going to move a little faster now. 3, 2, 1. Next page. Page 4. Okay? Adonice. Ari. Ari. I know you're there. Okay? And now I need you to come off mute. Turn your camera on. Ari. Okay? I'll just have to do what I got to do. Let's see who else is on here. We got, who's this? Anthony? All right, hold on, Anthony. Okay, Anthony, you're going to come to the screen now. Okay? You're going to read us page 4, practice problem 2. Can you do that?
All right. The following data shows prices of meal options at Bob's Burgers. Bob wants to construct a histogram from this graph.
Keep reading.
How many meals could belong in the interval 10.99 minus 13.99?
All right, so let's think about this, Anthony, and the rest of the 23 people on here. This is all about money. So we want to know, when we look at that chart, Anthony, we have the number 6 stopping at 17. Okay, interval, anything that's between $10.99 and stopping at $13.99. The numbers in that interval, or think of a number line, the numbers that fall in between that. Is 10 part of 10.99? Is 10, no, so 10 doesn't count, but is 11 in between 10.99 and, yes? So the 11s, which are 2, is 12 in between there?
Yes.
Is 13 in between there?
Yeah.
So how many numbers are there between 10 and 13 on this chart? How many 10s, 11s, 12s, and 13s do you see, Anthony?
I see 2.
Okay, hold on, 2. Look,
Wait, this whole thing?
the whole box, yeah, that whole thing.
So it's like 1, 2, 10.
Hold on, let's go check that. Look here. Watch here. We got 11, 11, and 12. That's 3. 12, 13, 13, 13, 13. So anything that has the box are numbers in between here, so it's 8. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There were 8. Now, the intervals, I'm going to help you out because I want to move along. It says, how many meals would belong between $5.99 and $9.99, right? So all the numbers between $5.99 and $5.99 and $9.99. So that means 6 is in there, 7 is in there, 8 is in there, and 9 is in there. So there's only 5 meals. The range Amanda said was the highest from the lowest. So 17 minus 6 is 11. The maximum is the greatest number. Well, that's $17 is the most amount of money you will spend on one of these burgers. And the least, which is the minimum, would be $6. That's probably just a bun with a burger and probably no lettuce or tomato or okay, so that's that. That's how that's gonna go. All right, then the maximum is 17, the minimum is 6, and then this question you'll answer on your own. Okay? So here we go. Moving on. We're going now to page 5. Okay? I'm going to help you guys out. First off, we need to change on page 5, problem 3. We need to change the 28.5 to 28. And we need to change the 32.5 to 32. So everyone make the pencil correction I made. So not 28.5. Cross off the 0.5, okay? Okay. Cross off the 0.5. So now we got 28 through 32. So we're going to go on the chart. Okay, we're going to read the chart. I just put the numbers here. We know that if this is 0 and this is 2, in between there is 1. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hi, Dean Lucy. So now we're going to go up to 28. And 28, okay, when we look here, it's at 4. I mean, sorry, it's not at 4, sorry. The first one here is 3. The second one is 2. This one is 4. This one is at 6. And then the one above it, which is here, is at 7. And this one's at 3. So now we're going to go from 28, right, which is 2. And we're going to add 4, which is now 30. And then we're going to add the next one, which is 6. So 6 plus 4 plus 2 gives me 12. So the title is on the x-axis, which is annual rainfall in inches. The y-axis, this says x, it should say y-axis. My mistake, I made a typo. This should say y-axis, which is the number of cities, which usually is your frequency. Remember, x horizontal, vertical y. And then the number that shows up the most here would actually be 34 because it's 7 cities. So this, they gave you the histogram and you had to answer the questions. Okay, we're going to do another question like that where there's a histogram and you have to answer the questions. So this time I'm going to call someone off to do it, and I'm not going to do it now. Now that you saw me do 2 correct histograms, because we had some difficult time the other day, which is fine because it's new, and I wanted to make sure you could read this properly. So now with my models, it's all you now. So page 6, let's go call this lovely young man. Why can't I unmute you? Hello, Omar. Let's pin you. Omar, can you unmute yourself? Hi. All right. Can you let's practice problem 4, please?
Actually, problem 4. All right. The histogram below represents the result of a
Survey?
survey connected from a local university.
It's conducted.
Conducted from a local university asking receipt graduation the amount of the first year's salary. How many receipt graduates make less than $44? Question mark.
Okay. So let me just recap that question again, right? We want to know how many recent graduates make less than $44,000. So Omar and the rest of you, before we answer that question, we have to read the histogram, right? The histogram is like this. Okay, I'm going to pin myself to the thing here for a second. We got this histogram. So we're going to go to 0 to 10, and you're going to tell us what number we write on top. So go ahead. What's the number? What number is 0 to 10? How many employees is that? It's in between 0 and 100. What number is that?
10.
What's in between 0 and 100? What's halfway in the middle? It's actually
90.
Actually, it would be 50, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now 11 to 20. Can you read the bar graph? 11-21. What number is that?
300.
Good. 22-32. What number is that? It's in between 200 and 300. So it'll be 2 what? 240 or 250? What makes sense?
240.
10 more.
I meant 250.
Good. Tell me, what do you see between 33 and 43? How many employees?
400.
Good. How about 44 to 54? How many employees is that?
550.
Good job. How about between 55 and 65? How many employees do you see?
55 and
um 55 and 65.
400 what? Is it 450 or 490? What makes sense there?
450, 490,
Not 490.
450.
Excellent. Next, between 66 and 76, how many employees is that? It's the same as 22. What was that 22?
22 will be like 250.
Good. And 77 to 87. You got to write down the numbers, guys, before you answer the questions on histograms. You get them right. 77 to 87. How many employees is that?
340.
350. Good try, though.
Oh,
And 88 plus. That means $88,000 and more. How many employees made that amount of money?
Between 150.
Well, it's actually on a number line. What line is that 88 on?
88 on 100.
100. All right. And now I'm going to call someone else to do the next part.
Okay, I'll
now
mute
that
myself.
Now that you got that, okay, go back and mute yourself. Thank you for listening. I appreciate you. Guys, you got to turn your cameras on. This is a lot right now. I need a camera on because in order for you to come to the spotlight, I need to see a face or I can't put you on the screen because this is supposed to be you helping me, not me doing it all for you. So we're going to call on this young lady, Mercedes. Okay, Mercedes, turn your camera on because you're going to be the next one to go. So turn your camera and this is your last chance before I call on somebody else because I don't have all day here, nor do you. You got other classes to go to. Okay, I guess not. Let's check out this person. Zachariah, turn your camera on, please.
Zachariah, turn your camera on, please.
All right, listen, you're on the chat now.
Get my belt.
All right. How many recent graduates make less than $44,000, Zachariah? Okay, I guess not. So let's call Ibrahima. All right, Ibrahima, you got your hand up. All right, Ibrahima, you got
Hello, yeah.
put your camera on,
Okay,
and then you can come to the spotlight. Where'd you go?
yeah.
Wait, let me find out where'd you go. I just saw you. There you are. I'm going to bring you to the screen now, so show us what you got. All right. So, Ibrahima, how many recent graduates make less than $44,000? So let's look at the numbers on the bottom where it said interval. You see how we have the scores of the people, the salary?
Yeah.
Okay,
Mhm.
so look at it. The first interval is 0 to 10. How many was that? Do you remember?
Wait, for which page?
Oh, hold on a second.
Hello?
Yeah, hold on a second. We're on page 6.
Okay. What did you say?
So 0 to 10 is what number, sir? It's 50.
0 to 10 is, yeah.
Okay, 11 to 20 is what number?
11 to 20 is 11 to 20. Is it 300?
Yeah, so add that up.
Okay.
So what's 300 plus 350? Let's start there.
It's 950.
And then add 50. You forgot to add the 50. And then you got the
Okay.
answer. Good job, Ibrahim. I'm proud of you.
It's 1,000.
1,000. So the answer would be C, right, Ibrahima?
Yeah.
Okay. You guys do not have to write a conclusion. Okay, that you don't have to do, so you can go back and do that as a challenge. And a conclusion would be based on the graph, what do you see? What do you notice? You could do that on your own time. All right. We're going to actually skip page 5 because we did this page yesterday when you guys had me. So I modeled page 5 in the same packet as yesterday. By accident, I repeated the question. Okay? So let's change that. We're going to now go over to practice problem 6, okay? I want everyone to go to practice problem 6. We're almost done. Okay, it looks like this. This is the question we're going to do. The question that has this graph is what I need everyone to go to. It might be page 9 or page 10 in your packet. The other question that I just skipped, which was practice problem 5, we did that one yesterday. So that one, if you don't have it, if you weren't here, you can try that on your own because I did model a lot of problems. Okay? All right, so I am going to call someone that hasn't had a turn. Your camera needs to be on. Precious, I know you can turn your camera on because of yesterday. After me, you had ELA and I was here. So are you able to turn that camera on, Precious? Because I want to hear from your pretty voice. There she goes. I want to bring you to the screen because you did awesome yesterday. So come on, come back. Help us out. We need your help. Where are you, Precious? Hi, where are you? I don't see you.
Here.
There she is. All right, Precious, we're on the practice problem 6 where it says the histogram below. Can you read that for us?
What page? I don't have a packet. That's why.
Okay, it's in Google Classroom. Can you pull up Google
Yeah.
Classroom?
Is it page 6?
It's actually going to be practice problem 6. It's either page 9 or 10 in your packet.
Okay.
And it has that little graph that said, it says Miss Smith's first block class, that histogram?
Yes.
Okay.
The histogram below shows the scores for Mrs. Smith's first block class at Red Rock Middle School. If an 85 is the lowest score and a student can earn to receive a B, how many students received at least a B? You look at the graph, 85. At least 6 to 7 students.
How much?
I say 6 students.
So let's
6 to
look at
7.
Well, we wanted 85 and up. So that means they have to get 85 and higher. So when you look on the graph, there were 2 bars that show that.
But only one is in the multiple choice.
What do you mean only one is in the multiple choice?
At like 4, 6, 10, 15. Those are the multiple choice answers.
Okay, but it has to be 85 or higher. When you look at 85 to 92, how many students got that? You see how many students were from 85 to 92? What number is that? What's the frequency on that graph?
6.
6. And how many students got between 93 and 100?
93 and 100. 4.
4. So if I add up 6 plus 4, how many students is that?
10.
10. So we have to be 10 students. Now, hold on. I'm going to bring you right back, Precious. So we get 10. Again, we want 85 and up. It says it has to be 85 or higher. So here is 85, which is 6. And this is 85 and up, which is 4. When I add 6 plus 4, this is how I get 10, choice B. Now, these are the test scores, which are the intervals that get written in order on here. So you're going to take this, which is your x-axis, which is also the intervals, or the test scores, and you're going to write them in order. So you're going to write 29-36, right? You're going to write it all down. 37-44, 44, 45 to 52, and so on until you get down to 100. So I'm going to leave that there for everyone to write. That is right from the chart. These are your intervals. Those are the numbers that go on the next line. Okay, it has to be in order. You cannot just randomly put them on your paper. Now, once these intervals are copied, what your task is, you're going to rewrite the intervals here. And then you're going to find the tallies. Remember, a bundle of 5 looks like this when you get to 5. The tally has the bundles, and the frequency has the number. So when you look at 29, there's 0 there. This one is 0. Next, when you look at the next one, it's 0, and the next one's 0. So now, if you looked here, if you already did the work, it's pretty easy. You're just transferring it down on the paper. Okay, so now you're going to now translate 3 tally marks into number 3. You're going to translate 5, a bundle of 5 to 5. You're going to translate 7 to a bundle of 5 plus 2. You're going to translate 6, a bundle of 5 and 1. And then you're going to add at the bottom 4 lines to represent 4. And there it is. The histogram was created. Now you had to work backwards. Okay? That's that page. All right. The next page, which is an extension problem. So at the bottom, you see extension problem. You, when we get off at one point, are going to create your own problem, create your own intervals, create your own tallies, create your own frequencies. So you create your own problem. It's optional to do alone. And if you do it, you'll get extra credit when you give it to me every Friday on Genius Scan. So anyone sitting in here, if you didn't send me your work through Genius Scan that was due on Friday, I need to have it every Friday because now the work is late and I need it on Fridays. So your own problem, this information will be used to create this histogram. That's why you have blank pages. Now, we're going to go over your exit ticket together. Obviously, I'm not going to go over how to do the histogram. I just want to make sure that you get this part right because on Google Classroom, you will not be able to create this in the forms, but you can on your paper. This is not on Google Classroom, but this is. All right, so I'm going to call a reader now. Let's call, let's see who we got. You guys got to turn your cameras on because this is crazy. I don't know who iPhone is, and this is Mercedes. So Mercedes, I know you can unmute yourself and turn your camera on. So I'm going to do the first part. I unmuted you. Turn your camera on, Mercedes. Mercedes, turn your camera on, please. So turn your camera on. Last call, turn your camera on. Okay, if you would like to do the last question, put your hand in the air. Give me a raise your hand. Because I don't know why people don't have cameras on when they were all on yesterday. Okay, I guess we're going to call Ibrahima because he put the hand up. He's getting his class participation points today. Thank you, sir. Ibrahima, I'm going to unmute you. Turn. All right, let me bring you to the screen, Ibrahima. I like your participation today. Please read me the exit ticket question, please. The second to last page. Ibrahima?
Hello?
Yes, I'm here. Can you read me the question where it says short?
Can I read it now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Short response. Use the data in the table to make a frequency table. So what?
A frequency table?
A frequency table with 3 goals intervals.
Okay, read me the numbers.
Complete the.
No, before you do that, read me the numbers above that.
Okay. 3, 5, 2, 5, 4, 7, 1, 0, 6, 4, 8, 5, 3, 2, 4, 5, 9.
Okay, read the next part. What do we have to do?
Complete the frequency table, the interval, tally, and frequency.
Okay, so Ibrahima, how many times do you see the numbers 0, 1, 2, and 3 in there?
I see it. I see it. Only. I see 3 2 times. And I see 1. No, it's no 1, but it's only only 4.
How many? There's not 4. Try again.
Let me see. 2, 4. Is there 1, 2, 3, 11.
Okay, so let me help you out. So we got 0 to 3, there were 6 numbers. Okay, when you counted here, 1, you got 0, 1, 2, 3, 3. All those numbers showed up 6 times. The numbers 4, 5, and 6, when you counted on here, it showed up 8 times. And the numbers 7, 8, and 9, it showed up 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. Got that? The title is very easy.
Yeah.
Number of goals scored each game. Okay, very simple title. When we get to the next page, you're going to do the histogram on your own, but I wanted the question's going to be changed. Okay, so part D is going to be changed. The wording has to be changed so you can get it right. Okay, this is the histogram. Now, this histogram you're going to do on your own, but you're going to change the wording here. It says how many goals were scored in all. So cross this off and say how many goals were scored in all. That's what your exit ticket will read. So whatever I crossed out, please write the pencil correction. That way you can all get it right. How many goals were scored in all? That means the total. To find the total number, you add up all the numbers to get the total amount. And then you're going to create your own histogram based on that. You can't do that on Google Classroom, but you'll do it on your paper. Okay? So here's what's going to happen now. No one's leaving.